up?
Let's go. How you doing, brother?
Good, man. Good. Actually, what's funny is I actually just woke up. I didn't even realize that I fell asleep on the couch, and my wife comes down like I don't know, maybe 15 minutes before 8. I was like, "Hey, aren't you doing a live tonight?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, what time is it?"
Yeah, at some point I'm supposed to be up and doing
Yeah,
something. That's how I feel
so
about it most of the
I completely fell asleep.
time. I'm supposed to be doing something, I think, at some point. I don't really know what that something is, but whatever it is, I'm supposed to be doing it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's probably from getting up. Although I got to be at work on Friday at like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, that
Good lord,
sucks, man.
it's all good.
Friday at 1 o'clock in the morning. That takes like all of the fun out of life.
No, it makes for a hell of a commute. It makes it nice and easy. That's what it makes
Is,
it.
is that what it does?
Yeah.
It makes it nice and easy. If you say so, I'm just gonna take your word for it. If you say that's what it does, that's what it does.
So it's all good. It's all good.
So I was showing you before we went live. I got my new concoctions I'm gonna try.
Hmm.
I got my experiments. Like the fun of like running two machines is that every once in a while I get to experiment. So this is like my experiment of the day. I'm kind of afraid and not afraid all at the same time because I think they're gonna be delicious.
Should make them like fruit filled.
What do you mean fruit feel like real fruit?
Yeah.
That takes all of the inner child out of it though. What you put in there? Real fruit. I put real fruit in
Real
there.
fruit, good stuff.
We both know fruit, but the fruit roll up is not real fruit. Not even
Nowhere
close.
near. I need some freeze dried strawberries.
Some freeze dried strawberries. So at some point we're gonna do stuff like that. I am probably gonna start doing like freeze dried eggs coming up here soon. I'm gonna do them in the single serving. So when you're camping and hiking and things like that, they come in great for hiking. The
Mm.
first time that I ever knew what a freeze dried thing is was because of hiking. So me and my brother used to do the Appalachian Trail.
Yeah.
And so when you do that, you have to carry food with you. Once you freeze dry it, it's super lightweight. Then all you have to do is add water to it, heat it up. It's super convenient if you're doing things like that.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I remember always going on walks or hikes and stuff like that. We always just carry like trail mix and stuff with us back in the day. But
Right.
that's quite interesting.
So what you been up to? How's the week been? Look like
Not
you.
bad, not bad. Did the weekend? I mean, week goes by really quick to be honest with you, with what I do and stuff like that with work. And then the weekend started out interesting because have you ever had? I mean, maybe I don't know. Maybe you've had this with your neighbors or whatnot.
Oh God.
So I go and mind you, I get along with both of my neighbors on the other
I
side of
don't.
my house, and so I went out, got up in the morning, and I've been starting to work out a little bit more. So I went down to the workout room at the clubhouse and did a workout and then I went upstairs into my office, and all of a sudden I hear my neighbor starting his trimmer in his yard. I'm like, you son of a, because if he cuts his lawn, then it makes mine look bad.
Hey. Yep.
So I was like, well, my wife was already bugging me about going to cut the lawn anyway, so screw it, I'll just go do it. He ended up just was trimming his yard, the edging around it, but I ended up just doing the full whole thing of cutting my lawn and everything like that, and then just kind of relaxing. And Sunday we got up real early because we had an 8 o'clock reservation at Grand Floridian Cafe for Mother's Day, which we enjoyed, and then we went over to Magic Kingdom Park for pretty much I don't know, a while after. I think we got there at 9 and we didn't leave till like 3:30 or so. So we got around Magic Kingdom pretty quickly and enjoyed ourselves, went on a bunch of rides and went home. Then kind of relaxed for the rest of the day.
Looks like your shirt fitting a little loose on you, man. What's going on with that?
What's funny is this one just started being a. I bought this a long time ago. It's actually the Epcot pattern. I don't know if you can see it,
No, you can't see it.
but it's actually
Oh, there you go. Can now, yeah.
it's actually like the Epcot pattern. And I bought this a long time ago, but it runs a little small, so I was never really able to fit it. So now I'm actually, it's been a little while. I've actually been wearing it for a couple weeks, so I'm happy I can actually fit it now.
It looks like your shirt's getting loose on you, man. What's a trim Chris look like? What does a slim Chris look like?
I don't know. We'll have to find out. Hopefully within the next year.
What you mean you
Yeah.
don't know?
Well, because my goal weight is 170. So I just passed.
Jesus,
I just passed 270 now. So I got about another 100 pounds to go.
that's lighter than me. You're gonna be lighter than me.
That's what my doctor said my goal weight is. So that's
170. How tall are you?
5'9".
Ooh, man, you're gonna be trim at 170 at 5'9".
So, well, I know that, like I said, I've been working out more because my boss and my bigger boss had apparently talked to a couple of us into doing a Savage race in November. Savage race November 1st. So yeah, that should be interesting.
You're gonna go do one of those savage races?
I've done one before. Honestly, one of the hardest things I ever did, but definitely learned on that one. It's in those races, it's not about endurance, which of course it does help because it's like a 9-mile course, but it's all about strength, and that's
Right.
all that those races are. It's all about strength. So, so yeah, I got about 6 months to start working out and getting ready for it. So, yeah,
We got Miss Christina.
supposed to be like a team
Simon.
thing.
Simon, all of the OGs are in the house right now, guys. We appreciate y'all coming and hanging out with us. So Quick Draw says freeze dried eggs pass, but he's down for the pickled eggs. I don't look. You don't want anything pickled coming out of the freeze dryer. It does something to that pickle flavor and like just makes it really bad, really bad. You'd be down for freeze dried eggs though if you were trying to survive. That's when you're down for freeze dried eggs. All right, check it out. There's some stuff.
Joe says he's supposed to be a productive member of society, but he's here to listen about plastic dolls.
Supposed to be a productive member of society, but no, I'm here to listen about plastic dolls. Quick draw. I'm still down with my plastic dolls, man. I'm still down with that. I still believe in this world. I have a pair of shoes that I haven't opened up that I'm gonna like make a video about this week for Friday. I've had some Yeezy pods. Have you ever seen those things?
Mm-mm.
So they came out with these like sock shoes. It's so stupid, but anyways, I'm gonna like get them open because I've just been needing to get them open. So I got them just kind of sitting over in the corner. I'm gonna get those open here at some point and do a review on those guys. I have a lot of fun doing that one. We got some Funko stuff to talk about. I believe there's like quite a bit of Funko stuff out there to talk about. We could jump like straight into the negative, but we're not going to do that because everybody would like leave here and Chase would get upset with us and probably butthurt. So we can't like do that to him like immediately. We have to like wait and later and tell him that Batman sucks. We just have to wait a little bit. We can't do it right away. We can't come straight out the pocket with Batman sucks. You have to wait just a little bit before you do that. Let's
just go for the whole thing.
I say we do because not this live, not the live we did last week on your channel, but the one we did 2 weeks ago on my channel. Do you remember me talking about the Black Panther movie? Do you remember that?
No.
So right at the very beginning of that episode, guys, we were talking about the Black Panther movie, and you said you were talking about Thanos's hand. You said I got to go get
the Black Panther gauntlet.
I got to go get the Black Panther gauntlet, and I said Black Panther just wasn't my thing, and it still isn't, by the way. Just in case you're like listening and you want to like troll me a little later, it still isn't my thing. There's nothing wrong with it not being my thing. By the way, yeah, I didn't say like I didn't go all like Confederate like army like on you with it with like what I said. It's not my thing. It's just simply not my thing.
And that's okay.
Yes, and if you take that some kind of way and that kind of hurts your feelings, hey, like make sure you like show back up in my comments. It'll be fun.
Why we had a bunch of comments?
So I said no. Just one person decided to show up and said something to the effect, are we just going to look over the fact that he said, hold on, I'll read it to you because I was like, are we being serious? Like, is this even like a real thing? Like, would you
We're looking over the fact that, you can't, people can have an opinion about something. I mean, not every Marvel movie was my favorite, but I'm not. I think
So this is what it says right here. So there's no comments on the Black Panther disc dropped seconds into the video. Absolutely, there's no comments on that. Zero
because
comments on
nobody
that.
else really cares. I mean, you have movies that you like, and you have movies that, and I'm not going to say that movie is for everybody. I'm not going to say that every Marvel movie is for everybody. I mean, saying you didn't care for Black Panther is like most people saying they didn't give a shit about the Marvels or about Captain Marvel
I
or
didn't like
about
the Marvels either.
the Eternals or about Shang-Chi. I mean, if we're going to talk about, not everyone liked Shang-Chi. I thought it was a great movie, but hey, there's an Asian American type, if that's a realm that you're thinking of. But stop taking, people gotta stop taking shit so fucking seriously. It
I,
pisses me off. I mean, it's just a generalized opinion that has nothing to do with the fact that you're talking about something. They assume that you're saying you don't like it because of maybe your skin color
yep,
or something of that
that
nature.
you're getting to it. You're getting to it.
That
That was the assumption.
I mean, because I'll say that the very first one of Black Panther I thought was great because Chadwick Boseman was a fantastic actor and he played that character great. Dude, I think the second one was good. Not so much. I mean, it had its moments, and I give a lot of respect for them giving respect to Chadwick, but it was not as good as it could have been. But that's just a purely cinematic feeling. It's not because of anyone's skin color. And people got to stop. People got to stop taking shit so seriously.
Well, so the funny thing is, instead of being like, what is why
What
didn't
didn't
you
you
like
like
it?
about
Yeah.
it?
So instead of being like that, right, we got to just immediately assume that there was some deep, dark meaning to it, right? Because I don't think a lot of people realize that when you're into things like we are, so we're into Marvel, we're into Loki, we're into Star Wars, we're in so many like big fans just here with us right now, right? So there's four
Mhm.
people chilling with us. Everybody here is a big fan of something. We all know that Chase is super like Batman. We know that everybody here like is a big fan of something. And so when you start becoming like big fans of something, then you start gravitating towards certain producers. I simply didn't like the co-producer of Black Panthers. Nobody ever asked me why. They just simply assumed that there was some deep, dark meaning to it, other than the fact that I simply don't like the co-producer. Kevin, look, Kevin, what do you call it?
Feige.
Fact. He's okay. He's a cool guy, but I'm just not into David. I don't. David's never made anything that I've super been a big fan behind. His stuff tends to be very fast, very in your face. I'm just not into it. But so nobody ever went to that level, right?
No.
People were just immediately you're some deep, dark, like rooted reason why. No, I just simply don't like the producer. It's real simple.
And that's okay. I mean, it's okay to not like things, but to sit here. I mean, if you I mean, it's also your prerogative as a person to sit up here and say differently. But I mean, to sit here and I don't know. Again,
It's
at least to me that's a minor comment about that. To be 1,000% honest, people could have been just complete trolls and idiots to even more. But I don't
Well,
know.
I was honestly hoping so. So next time, like, take it to the next level, so that we can really hash out why we can hash it out later as to why I don't like things, because I'm one of those crazy people that believe that everybody's entitled not to like something.
Yeah.
So I would have had a lot of fun with it. I mean, I just wasn't into the producer. I never was. The cast I felt like wasn't that strong. I felt like they had a very dominant lead role, which was great. He did a phenomenal job, but I feel like the rest of the cast was kind of weak. I mean, I had my reasons for not liking it.
Oh, I mean, I do agree with that. I mean, I think casting is a little bit more difficult. Chadwick was great on that.
Great,
I think
great in the
Michael B. Jordan playing Killmonger was a good casting. I think he played that role. Although I really would have liked to see Michael B. Jordan play, some a slightly different character within the Marvel universe. To be 1,000% honest, because I just think he's a good actor. But I agree with you. It was also different directors that did the two movies, so it definitely showed the difference. But I mean, if it wasn't for Chadwick, that movie wouldn't have been what it was
Right.
um,
And
at all.
you you can't like you can't make a movie based on one lead character. You have to like have people else that are in the movie that are also like pushing the movie along. So I wasn't a
I mean,
fan of it.
and
But
if you were to say that if it was because of, let's say the color of our skin, why would you be excited to watch Blade when it comes out? I know you
exactly.
want to see Blade, right?
Exactly. Well, my only disappointment with Blade is I don't think they're going back with Wesley Snipes, are they?
No, no,
I
they
didn't
said
think
that
so.
they're going with I can't remember the guy's name as
So
well.
that's my only disappointment in Blade is that when you think of Blade, you think of Wesley Snipes. Now
Sure, because
I
Wesley
know
Snipes
he's
was a badass
yes.
Blade.
Now I know he's getting older, right? Wesley Snipes is
Yeah, I don't
getting
think he
older.
can do it anymore.
We're so he probably is just not capable of doing it. So they probably had to move on to someone younger. But it's gonna be a good movie. But check this out. I want to pull this up. Funko has some like stuff that I'm just gonna kind of like browse their page with everybody so that everybody can just kind of see it with us. Their exclusives, I think, are some cool stuff coming up in their exclusives. They have some coming soon. I want to like go bounce on that page for a second so you know what's coming up in Five Below. And then we have some other stuff. I'm just going to kind of like browse through for a second because there's some cool stuff coming up in the Funko world right now. I don't know that like how cool it is. Like I'm not sure how I feel about these things at all. I kind of think they're trash to be honest with you. Have you seen these
Oh, this is
yet?
a Hydro Dipped. Oh, I think that they've already came out
Yeah.
before. And
These
again, I hated the Hydro Dipped that they made you buy them with protectors. To me, that
yes.
it was dumb.
So those things are kind of trash. I think that this is still like making you buy it with a protector. I see that now. I didn't even realize that until you said something. They have the new
Johnny Knight,
Pokemon.
thank you, 18-month member. Thank you.
Let's go, Johnny Knight. We appreciate you. They got the new Pokemon guy up there. This one doesn't look like the adult toy like the last one does, so that's pretty cool. They also have like there's some pretty cool stuff going on like in Pokemon though when it comes to Funko. So we're gonna like at some point like bounce onto some SDCC stuff that we're gonna see coming up. You can go pick this one up right now. I think if you don't have this one and you this is a good time to snag it. They should actually like put this one in the back in stock to be honest.
Well, again, I mean, it's the same mold. I think I talked about that one last week. I've got the same one, except for the tail is clear at the end.
This
And
one is too.
it's basically just the same mold.
Yeah, it's the same thing. One's Diamond Series, one's not Diamond Series. This is the BAM exclusive. I don't know which exclusive the one that you have is. I didn't pick up either one of these guys. I need to at some point like start grabbing me some more Funko Pops. But if I'm being honest with you guys, I don't have enough room right now to really like buy Funko Pops. I snagged this guy the other day only because like my local like hookup called me up and told me that it was sitting there. This guy right here, the Demon Slayer Chase.
Okay.
Don't even know what this guy's like selling for. I'm thinking about giving it away or something because honestly I'm not even really a Demon Slayer fan. So at some point you never know. I might like hit y'all up and ask y'all if y'all want it. Because I just have no use for it whatsoever.
Real quick. No, actually, Blade was not canceled. That's actually in the lineup to come out in, I think it was 2020, the end of 2025. So, I'm really excited for that one.
Yeah, so you got that one coming out in 2025. I used to know this lineup. If you would have asked
Well,
me,
they just recently changed, and there is some question marks that they are talking about, which I recently read that we're going to get told basically at San Diego Comic-Con this year.
oh, there you go.
Emphasize the 5 and 6 lineup. But yeah, Blade is still on the charts. It's supposed to come out because next year's big summer, like how this is our Wolverine and Deadpool is this summer's. Next year's big summer one is going to be Fantastic Four. So that'll be really exciting.
I see you over there, Johnny Knight. The problem with sending everything to you is that Canada kills me in shipping.
Yeah, Canada's crazy with their friggin'
Canada's crazy with their shipping.
I mean,
Crazy.
and we if we can change it to your Canadian money rate, maybe it'd be easier. But y'all are expensive for shipping.
So anyways, if you haven't picked that one up, go check that one out. That's probably like a good one if you're wanting to like just get that one. That's probably definitely like one of them that's on it right now. Let me see what else they got. They got some cool stuff because I kind of like browsed over this right before we went live, but not really. They still got the jumbo. This one that was actually from last year, I think, is where this one came from. This one was a specialty series. I don't really even know.
They're just re-releasing, putting up a whole bunch of old stuff on there again.
Yeah, that's what it kind of looks like right now. It looks like that, but it should have been, if they're gonna do that, it should have been over in the back in stock versus the like exclusives. This is what I was trying to get down to. So the Attack on Titans, I don't really know this, but check this pop out.
No.
That is really cool. In the grand scheme of pops, that's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, I mean it's definitely cool. I have no idea where it comes from, but yeah, that's something different.
Wow, Americans are so expensive to ship to. The last package I sent out cost me 64 Canadian. What does
Damn.
that turn into dollars though? What
And,
is that more expensive than dollars or
and
less
I know
expensive
the
than
few
dollars?
times I've sent to Canada,
It's always cost me $40
it
easily.
yeah, it's about this the shipping around is about I don't know. I'm gonna say $25 for the
Every time I've done it, it's been a minimum of $40 every time.
yeah, I don't know what it is.
It's been crazy. Now,
So,
what's
I
it?
mean,
But Johnny,
it seems to be a two-way street, but yeah, that's
yeah,
definitely weird.
I'm sure it's a two-way street. Look, Johnny, I was telling you what, and I was sure it was. I
So
just
then,
don't know why.
so then, which government is pocketing all that money? Is that
That's why I
U.S.
said I just don't know why.
Canada?
So I can send something from my house to California, it make it there in 2 days. No shit, reality. 2 days it'll make it there. It'll cost me $4.60. $4.60 in 2 days. I could send that same package to Canada and it cost me $40 and it'd take 2 months. I mean, what is the difference? Like
Why,
what
why don't we just meet you at the border and we'll just talk over the border?
I mean, what is the difference? I mean, there's no difference. You can't say it's mileage because from my house to California would take 2 days to drive. I mean, you would take physically 48 hours to drive it. So you can't say that it's because of the miles. It has to be something else.
Road trip to Canada.
Yeah, it's just insane, Johnny Knight. I don't know what it is about like what it is with shipping like in Canada and out of Canada, but it's dumb and I don't even understand why. That's one of those crazy ones that I just couldn't wrap my brain
I
around.
think I've shipped to England cheaper than Canada.
I think I did too, and that's the funny thing. I think that I shipped a package to Australia cheaper than I can ship it to
Yeah,
Canada.
I have no idea.
I mean, wrap your head around that, and I think it made it there first. So this guy is still up there, and I don't know what this guy has to do with anything, but if
Dragon
I
Ball
was
Z, no,
if I was in the Dragon Ball Z, this is probably one of them that I would want just because it has that stupid cat. You know, they have those cats in just about everything, and I'm a sucker when they start doing things like that. Come on, back to
I like
paycheck.
it's
What are you doing?
like the cat that people put in their cars that just sits there and waves.
I'm still not a fan of them charging so much for this pole, but there's nothing you're going to do about it. I mean, this is just still all
It's a big one, isn't
all
it?
right. But this is what I want you to pay attention to because this is what we're about to talk about. This guy is back in stock.
No, not surprised.
This guy has sold out twice now. If let me look him up real quick because I bet he's like way up there in like the price and what people are asking for him. But he was one of those E2 C2 E2 pops. This one sold out twice. I knew that they were playing a game with all of us. I said it from the very beginning. They were playing a game. They were gonna let them sell out, and then they were gonna like just pop it up there, and it wasn't gonna sell out anymore. If I can like put C2E2 in my phone, right, we'll be somewhere, right? So let's see. Well, they got me going to shows instead of that. All right, there we go. $120. So $150, $100, $100, $80. Somebody right here has a brain and they got him on there for $30. I don't know how somebody found a brain in the mix of this. $75, $100, $90, $100, $75, $100. So you get the idea, right? People are asking stupid amounts of money for these right now. They can just about give that up.
Yeah,
they can just about take those listings
dropping.
down. See what?
I said that would just keep dropping.
Yeah, they can take those listings down now and refresh them to where they're in reality. because that's what they're selling for right now is $15. I knew that that was going to happen. I said it from day one. Funko was just going to put those back on there. Now I didn't keep looking to see like exactly which ones they got back on there, and that looks like it for now. They've got those up there, and yeah, that looks like it. So this is the lineup. You have two lines of your C2 E2 guys. No, you got a few lines of them.
I do. I did see this only, and the name of it just kind of pegged it. So it's the only time I think I clicked on to hear about something new was those new Stranger Things ones coming out.
There's new Stranger Things coming out.
Our new Stranger Things ones.
Oh,
Coming
I haven't seen that. I have been spare very very limited time. This is my time that I get to come on and hang out with y'all and see what's like popping up and what's coming and all of that good stuff. Just because I just don't have time for it anymore. I mean, unfortunately, that's where I'm at in life right now.
They're actually got it up right here. These ones actually, and Chase being I think he does some Stranger Things one too. This is actually on Diz Tracker. These ones I thought were cool only because one, you got Chrissy on there, you got Mike. This is from the fourth, the fourth. Pretty much all these are from season 4.
Right.
You got Mike on there. You got Vecna as he's changing from number 1 to Vecna, and then of course you got Max and Lucas who we're always back and forth anyways. But you got, and in fact I've got a ringtone here that is great for the Chrissy one because you all know that it had its own damn song, and so here, let's check this out. I'm just gonna play a clip of it because y'all know, you guys, this thing was great. Well, I screwed this whole thing up. I didn't even prep it.
What did you prep?
Oh yeah, here it is.
Chrissy, wake up! I don't like this. Chrissy, wake up! Hey, hello. Time to wake up. Time to wake up.
What's up, Fabian?
No, it's just part with Chrissy.
Good.
Chrissy starts going, and Eddie starts freaking out. So I think it's a good one. And seeing that character just kind of reminds me of that scene. So I'm those two. I'm at that one, the Vecna and the Michael. I might actually have to find those and pick those up.
So there is some stuff out there right now that I'm going to be hunting down, and so that's cool.
I haven't said that about Pops in a while. That
I know.
Find something.
That's how I feel when I say that there is some stuff out there that I'm going to be hunting down, and it just hasn't happened in a really, really, really long time.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
Other than the fact that I had to hunt down some other stuff, but check this out. So I got the back in stock up there right now. So this is you know how this works. This is the stuff that's like back in stock that has been out of there. But I want you to check some of this out. So this is going to be the Poison Ivy from the 20. Can you see what 2023 or 2021 WonderCon? So that one's from the WonderCon.
I remember when that released.
However long ago that's been. You've got this one right here that's also going to be coming from one of those as well. So
yeah, no, I remember that one as well. But again, I don't think it was all that much of a demand for it. So
I don't think there was either, but it's out there if you missed it and decided that you want it. Now, this is one of them that I'm slightly upset that's out there because this one sold out forever ago. And if you didn't have it like me, you just weren't going to get it. But you can go get it right now. Chase, I'm helping you out, brother. Right now, there's your comic cover of Batman number 423. Go pick him up. I know you want to. Go check that one out. That was a really cool one too. I actually have that one sitting here somewhere. That one's pretty badass. But anyways, if you just want to like browse this one and see like what's on here, there's some cool things on here. I kind of like don't like the fact that they do this, but you can get the 4-pack of the Golden Girls. I don't know if anybody's missed this one, but they have all 4 of the Golden Girls on there as well. To be completely honest with you, I might like grab that one.
That is a classic.
That one is a classic.
Who didn't get suckered into watching Golden Girls back in the day? I mean,
everybody did. If you missed this guy, it's up there as well. The 8-pack Disney characters. There's this guy, which is another one that I'm kind of upset that's back on there. This is actually really fire. Yeah, that one's really fire. If y'all don't have that one,
I've got a bunch of Christmas Vacation stuff.
But you could see that they got their like back in stocks pretty like big again. There was a time not that long ago where it was all the way down to one page again because they basically did a massive Five Below dump. But you can see that there's still some stuff like popping back up on here, which is I guess is cool. This one's going to be from this one's going to be from the New York Con 2022. So you can go. Yes, it's Britney Spears New York Con 2022. Britney as waitress. Yeah, 2022.
Yeah,
So that one is back. Say what?
I didn't need that one back in, and you know,
You
that
say
Dr.
you,
Facilier is kind of cool though. I don't remember seeing that one.
and let's see that. I think I'm right at the end of the list, but you can get on here and get the Simpsons. Let's see. You got Jimbo. You can grab him. He was also
Jimbo
a
Jones.
He was also a 2022 New York Con exclusive. So when they come back out like this, I wonder, do you get it with a New York Con sticker, or is it the shared label? Because I mean, what would stop them at that point from putting the?
Regardless, you can just go buy the stickers on Etsy and just kind of slap
Yeah,
them on.
you just sticker swap it, heat the sticker up, peel it off, put the new one on there. But anyways, there it is right there. I mean, go check that out if there's some stuff on there that y'all want to get. I like popping on there and like seeing what they have. Now they have some coming soon that I want to go over as well because they have some coming soon stuff that there's one of them that I'm going to actively go and find because I wasn't a mega huge like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fan, but there was I got into it a little bit. I mean, I can't like lie and be like I didn't. I got into it a little bit. Now check this guy out. So we have the new minions coming up here.
I
Not
like the
impressed.
minions are kind of cool.
I'm just not impressed with them. So we got those guys. We got some more turtles. We've seen all of the turtles a bazillion times, but we have not seen this guy a bazillion times.
Wow, that's a new one.
So Slash is going to be up there. That thing is really cool. I mean, that is going to be a really cool one right there.
Yeah,
I
that's
wish
going back in the day on that.
well, I wish that this one would have been an exclusive. Because listen to me, if this one would have been an exclusive, it would have went up in price. If they would have just stuck a sticker on this guy and been like, "This is Target, this is Walmart, this is Games," something. If they would have just like stickered this guy, he would have went up in price. But because they didn't sticker him, I'm not real sure. Because of that, I'm on that. Maybe not. Maybe not because there's no stickers, which means there's no even chance of it being limited. So you will just see a bazillion of these guys. Each turtle has a different color. I thought they always had a different color. What do you mean?
Well, yeah, I guess the
Oh,
green is slightly different. I don't think I
what?
picked up on that.
I didn't pick up on that either.
Yeah, they slightly have a different green on each turtle.
Why did they do that?
I think they are slightly different, even in the
Are they?
old TV show. Yeah,
Are you sure?
I think so. That looked. I mean, those actually looked to be more like the original colors. So I always remember Raphael being a much brighter green than the other turtles.
Barbie's 65th anniversary total hair Barbie? I don't remember this one either. This is a different one as well. This is one of them that must have dropped just on Barbie's website because I don't think I've ever seen this.
Chasey, I mean, I'm pretty sure I agree with you. The old comic books had to have them different colors, but I could have sworn the old '90s version of Ninja Turtles had them different colors too.
I don't know. I look. That's a debate that we would have to have somebody go look real quick because I thought in the movie that they were all the same color. I know in the cartoon they're all. I thought in the cartoon they were all the same color too. The only difference was the color that they had on, like orange, green, blue. You know what I mean? Purple. Like they were the same color. They just had on different colors that made them different. I don't know. I'm not the Ninja Turtle philosopher.
I can see an old school episode right here and from the '90s, but actually from 1987, and they do have them all the same green.
I thought so. I thought that they were all the
Maybe that
same
was
green.
more of a comic book thing.
So you can get the mystery Star Wars Biddy Pops back in. I kind of liked pulling those for a while there. That was a little fun.
Well, you see, they got the Deadpool Bitty Pops
Where'd you
coming
see that?
soon. Coming soon. Not on here. I did see him on Disc Tracker's
I
page.
didn't notice that. So you got the different Batmans. We know Chase is getting every one of these guys.
Oh, it does. It also doesn't have the Red Rocket Batman.
No Red Rocket Batmans.
Well, they announced it. It's ugly as sin, but there is a Red Rock. Well, I call it a Red Rocket Batman because it's got a big ass red head. Rocket.
Big red head.
Yeah.
That sounds about right. That works for me. But anyways, so there's some of those guys coming in there. If you get into that kind of stuff, that's cool. If not, that's cool too. We totally understand.
It's from the OG figures from the 80s and 90s. But yeah, like I said, I looked at the old comics or the old TV show, and they all show them the same color. But did you see that? You know how? Remember back in the day, especially Marvel. Marvel always had some sort of trending thing going on where they when they did the chromes, they started doing every character chrome. Then they started doing the Venomized, and they did all the characters Venomized.
Always.
I think they have the new one like that.
What's the new line?
So the new line is going to be Groot as different characters. You got Groot as Loki. You got Groot as Iron Man. Groot as Hulk.
What?
Groot as Scarlet Witch. Groot as Captain America, and Groot as Wolverine.
Why does that make any sense?
But I guarantee if people actually buy it, that means that they're going to do a whole lot more.
I don't know why people would buy that though. Who would want Groot as Iron Man? Please raise your hand.
Well, that and the Iron Man one is really weak, to be honest. Really, he's got like the mustache and like the beard like Tony Stark, and then he's holding an Iron Man helmet. I mean, the Hulk one looks kind of cool. Loki one, I mean, maybe. Scarlet Witch is cool. And I mean, even me as a big Captain America fan, I mean, I would probably still buy it, but that one's kind of weak. Although, to be honest with you, the coolest one out of the whole thing is the Wolverine one.
Yeah, I just don't understand who's going to be buying those. Please raise your hand in the chat if that's what you're buying. I'm ready to see you raise your hand. So I just know who's going to be getting all of the Groots, because I don't even know how you could say Groot is like the new Deadpool, because Groot can't have the following of Deadpool. There's
but I think what he's talking about is Deadpool doing all the different,
right
styles and stuff like that.
They're just gonna run it into the ground, like Deadpool to death it now.
Exactly. So I want to show, just to make fun of it, because I think it's ugly as sin, is the Red Rocket Batman.
Oh, there he is, the Batman guy crossover.
I call it the Red
John
Rocket.
Says
Batman.
Not me. That's not me either, brother. That is a cool Batman. I'm getting that Batman. What is wrong with you?
Ugly as shit.
What's wrong with you? That is the coolest Batman they've made in 15 years.
Yeah.
That is. I've got
That's
some
the reason why
Batman.
I'm calling it the Red Rocket Batman.
I got the Samurai Batman, the Samurai Robin with the Chase variants that go with them. I have the Joker crossover Batman, the Artist Series Batman, the Gamer Batman.
I guess this is an SDCC exclusive.
Yes, this is going to be an SDCC exclusive. This is our first look at one of these guys that's going to be rolling out. This one is going to be really cool. Why did you put him down? This guy is going to be so cool. So cool. This one's going to shoot up in price. I think that we should all go and try and get Superman to sign this one. Ooh, we should get a Batman and a Superman to sign this, because it's a crossover. That makes it even crazier. Yeah, so look, I am with this one. I'm down for it. I think that it's cool. I got to go get me one of these.
It does. You are quick draw. The Hulk. It kind of looks like it's got Hulk hands of sorts, but of course we're talking about the wrong universe there.
No,
yeah, he's got green hands. Come on,
that's because he's got Superman hands. They're like big manly hands.
Are they kryptonite hands or something?
Yeah, they're big kryptonite manly hands. You got to have manly hands if you're going to be Superman. You're crazy as hell. You've lost your rabbit ass mind. Tell him, Chase. He's lost it.
It's Red Rocket Batman. That's what I'm calling it.
Red Rocket. That is
and if you know my reference, you know my reference.
Oh, I know it. I know your reference. I got it. But this is going to go right up there with my Batman as Joker, my Batman, all of my different Batmans. I got Batman as the straw guy. I got crazy different amounts of Batmans that are just in different things. This goes with that. There was a time they were doing Batman as everything, just like they do Deadpool as everything. You had Batman straw guy. You had Batman Poison Ivy. You had that
Batman's overrated.
Batman is not overrated.
Batman is the most overrated comic book hero of all time. So I'm not even gonna call him a superhero because he's not a superhero.
Batman is the true superhero.
Batman
the only
is, first of
superhero.
all, is not.
Everybody else is
epitome of a
born with
superhero.
powers.
Batman is the most overrated superhero of all time.
Batman goes out there like a pimp and he says, just bring it. Everybody else already has superpowers. You can't even kill Superman. What's he afraid of? How's that a superhero? You can't even kill the man. How is that even heroic?
At the same level of having an over, rich, crime-fighting person, Tony Stark was way cooler than Bruce Wayne in every sort of way possible.
If you say so. This is the what a superhero looks like. Superman's not what a superhero looks like. He can't even die. He walks out there. He says, guys, I'm just here to save the day.
All you have to do is throw rocks at Superman and he becomes weak. I mean, come on, it's rocks. It really that's his kryptonite. We just got to toss some rocks, or we just got to put rocks on our knuckles. Brass, kryptonite. Is that what? And then you take Superman out. That's pretty simple.
I can't believe you're not into this Batman. I just can't.
Batman, all we got to do is hack him, take his money, and then he's nothing.
I thought we were friends, man.
Batman is the most overrated super. He's not a superhero.
Who's your superhero?
Powers.
Who's your superhero?
Huh?
Who's your superhero?
Captain America, of course.
Batman
is the best superhero.
Beat Captain America half to death.
Well, Captain America is actually a superhero because he actually has superpowers because he's a super soldier. Batman has no superpowers.
What superpowers does he have? He can jump really high and throw a shield. Watch out for his shield, guys. It's going to clip your ankles.
He's got super strength. Yeah, this thing's weak. Batman sucks. Batman has always sucked, and y'all are suckers for believing
it. That's right, John. Tell them. Just two rich kids with money to help them kick out.
Again, not superheroes.
Captain America's not a superhero. How are you going to be enlisted in the military and be a superhero? He got paid for all of that. You know that, right? They physically paid him a paycheck.
And then he stuck his ass in ice forever, and then he paid his debt.
Would you like it to glow? I would, Christine. If it glowed, it'd be even better. If this thing glowed like a red rocket glow.
And I do agree with you, Quick Draw. Rogue could defeat both Superman and Batman with one hand tied behind her back, because all she has to do is take their powers and shit right away. So weak. Do you have to shake it in order to make it glow? I mean, if it's Red Rocket Batman, so you got to shake it to make it grow. And it's more of an up and down motion.
That's right, John. They gave him some magic drugs. They gave him muscles. We see those all the time. They're called social media fitness influencers. Captain America was a fitness influencer.
Captain America is the superhero among superheroes.
He was walking around with Trembolone, shooting it in his. He's a fitness influencer. Is what was going on there?
I agree with Chase. Get off my lawn.
I'm done trying to defend this Batman. It's pretty trash, guys.
It is.
but I'm gonna get it anyways, and it's gonna be hot because this is gonna be like Batman is Superman, right? I mean, so it's gonna be hot. I'm gonna get it anyways. I like this Batman.
I mean, even the logo is so bad, it's like ripping off Game of Thrones. It looks like more like a dragon. Then
I was more confused as logo than I was anything.
I mean, I saw it and I was like, what are they putting Game of Thrones on that?
Yeah,
and then I realized it's supposed to be a Bat S.
Super S.
It kind of looks like a rip off of Game of Thrones, like it's a friggin' dragon or something.
Kryptonite hands.
Yeah, kryptonite hands.
Kryptonite hands going on. He's
Yeah.
gonna go play some Rock'em Sock'em Robots soon.
Just make out some brass knuckles made of kryptonite, and then you got Superman beat. So
All right, so at the very top of his page, he has Daredevil on there. Go
yeah,
click to the top of that page. Let's see that Daredevil.
Daredevil is right actually in here.
Yeah, so
This is the 60th anniversary of Daredevil.
all right. So what do you think? So this is gonna be that Daredevil and that what do they call that what do they call it when they make it look like that diamond like that?
Oh, the facet.
It's gonna be the faucets.
Facet, not faucet. It doesn't come out. Water doesn't come out of it.
If you shake it, does water come out of it?
I don't think so.
It's gonna be the facet one that they come out with. Oh no, man! I like the concept. I like the way it looks. I like the comic cover. I want to get behind it, but I hate
Comic
that
cover is really
facet.
cool. I do like it.
I hate that facet design. I want to get behind this one so bad because to me it does look pretty cool. I think it would have looked cooler though if they wouldn't have did like the whole diamond look on it and they'd have still made it like that translucent red. I think that it would have equally still been cool. But I hate that whole like diamond.
Yeah,
like,
I am different. I do like all the facets, to be honest. I've only ever bought one, which is the Minnie Mouse. But I don't know. I kind of like, there's something different about the facets. But yeah, I mean, and some of it, like I think that the whites should be a little bit more white, and it should have a little bit more of a clarity more to it if you're going to make it look like a gem or something like that.
right.
Than what they are. But I mean, I dig them still. I mean, I'd buy them if I saw them.
I don't know that I'd go that far, but it's cool. It's okay. I don't know that I would buy it if I seen it out there, but I would definitely look at it and think about how cool it was for a second. Do we have some crazy like Transformers on a stand? What is that?
Yeah, this is first look at Laser Beak.
What is it?
I guess it's is it the same pop? No, two different. Laser Beak and Buzzsaw. They look identically the same.
Just because they were identically the same.
Were they? I have no idea. I didn't. I'm not. I mean, I had Transformers as a kid, but I mean, I can tell you all the different Transformers and stuff like that. I mean, that's about it. It just looks like it's some sort of 40th anniversary, but yeah, I mean, oh, they're slightly different. There's only one. It's the coloring is the only thing that's different between the two. But yeah, it's supposed to look like vultures, I guess.
I don't really know. I seen it and just really concerned about the direction Funko went with that one. The color difference is so small, though, guys.
Yeah, it is just a slight color difference.
Yeah, the color difference is so small.
One's got yellow, one's got red highlights. Basically, that's it. Now, Buzzsaw's a. Wait, hold on. So this is the first chase you bring out.
Yeah.
How long? And they're not even the same character, so you can't really even call that a chase. You know, most classic chases, it's always the same character, just slightly altered. And you're not altering the same character. That would be as if you made Laserbeak. If you did two different ones, you did a Laserbeak in like this in its vulture form, and then you did a Laserbeak in its transformed form. That would be cool. And then you did the same thing for Buzzsaw, but that makes no sense to have the chase be a completely different character.
Well, to them it did because they got to make the same thing multiple times and change the yellow and red on there, and then change the name on the box, which probably took very
well, it's the same exact mold, then they just changed the paint.
Yes. So I'm not a fan of these. Unfortunately, I want to be, but I can't like get behind those. The chases, the traditional like Funko way of making chases is lazy.
They need to go back to old school way of making chases.
As lazy as they possibly can is like their method of madness on that one. They were like, exactly how lazy can we get when we make this? There's also some like Jungle Book.
I didn't even realize what this is. You realize what this is?
What?
This is Oregon Trail.
Yeah. From a show, I'm assuming.
Wait, what did you just say?
From a show, I'm assuming.
Oh, I'm gonna go over there and beat you then. You don't know what Oregon Trail is? It was one of the greatest games that we played in our childhood.
Who
that
played
was
that?
Like one of the earliest games, at Oregon Trail, and you play it. You got to take like a group of settlers across the
What?
Oregon Trail and hope you don't kill them, which most of them die of
Oh,
dysentery.
I'd take their ass out. What kind of game is that? That's like
You've never heard of Oregon Trail?
no. What is wrong with you? That's like my kids playing like make the pizza game. I'm not
What
doing
is
no
that?
damn. They're on their own. They got to make it across the trail by themselves.
Oregon Trail was our
One man-
childhood. That was a '90s game,
I didn't
man.
play no Oregon Trail. What's wrong with y'all? If it wasn't 007 Call of Duty,
Well, no, I don't disagree. That was a video game. This was a computer game. I remember playing it when I was in junior high because we had Macintosh computers and it had Oregon Trail on it, and that was like it was one of the cheapest graphic things you've ever seen because it's basically just this oxen walking across these oxen walking this carriage or whatever across the screen, and then you had to change the rations because you only had food. So sometimes you could pick up food, and then you had to ration your food, and then you had to hope that your wheel broke, so you try to get that. It was, dude. It was for as a kid, a '90s kid, that thing was great. This is the only like 8-bit thing I would actually ever consider buying. You are crazy if you never heard of Oregon.
I never played this. I see John said that this was like the poor kid's way of playing games at school.
Yes.
All I did at school was get in trouble, so I guess this is why I can't relate. They didn't let me play games at school. It was a hard not life for me.
Oh
So-
man, this was the game when I was in junior high. Everyone would try to beat it and stuff like that. And yeah, this is probably the only 8-bit pop I would actually consider because this right here brings me back to my childhood. Because even I will give him even the box has like images from the game on it and in the back. This is awesome. I know John's with me on this one.
I don't even know what y'all are talking about. I'm not even like worried about like the Oregon Trail. They were just gonna die. I wasn't gonna take them anywhere.
You just kill them off.
I'm just gonna kill them off so that I could go play a game. Now, look, that sounds like work. I'm gonna like work to get them across. Right below the Transformers though, there's a Jungle Book. I don't think we've ever seen these. These are gonna be at Amazon exclusives.
These ones are interesting. These are you got Baloo. Baloo. I don't think I know we've gotten Baloo before, but I don't think in this form. Plus, I like the movie scene of the Baloo and Mowgli. King Louie, that's a definite new one I haven't seen before. And so these are actually kind of cool because these are ones that we have not seen before, at least not remolded, at least. So I think I got a couple of Jungle Books.
I didn't. Do they have Jungle Book stuff out there?
Oh yeah, I've got a Mowgli with Ka back here. It's a sticker one. I've got this one.
Oh, I guess I didn't even realize that they made them.
It's a very Nico exclusive. Where I got it, I don't remember. But yes, they have done Jungle Books before.
Okay, so I guess that this isn't going to be the first time. When I seen these, I thought that this is going to be the first time we've seen any Jungle Book. I think there's some really cool stuff coming up in that one. There's going to be some cool stuff. If they keep this like theme going, this would be pretty cool. Unless this is going to be it. I mean, but there's a lot of characters they could come out with from the Jungle Book.
Oh yeah, for sure. So I think that's most of the recent stuff that they've had. Of course, some anime stuff, things like that. We were talking about with the. Did we talk about this one last time? That this is supposed to be the San Diego Comic-Con pops. We saw the Red Rocket Batman. Dungeons and Dragons 6-inch Storm King.
There was another one. So there's a new Pokemon guy that's going to be coming out. I think I have that one. So that's the only two I know now that's coming from like SDCC. Is that they have some new like Pokemon thing that's coming out, but y'all know how that goes. They always got a new Pokemon something coming out from somewhere. But this one is going to be coming out soon if I can just find where I got it here somewhere. Here we are. New Pokey thing. The new Pokey thing is going to be coming out at SDCC as well. However you say that, that's what that's going to be. It's going to be popping up.
What
as
is
one
it?
of their, like, I don't know. It's one of their like new characters for this
Like
year.
a okay horse?
I don't know if it's a. It. I'm going to tell you.
Where's Simon when we need him?
This is one of those things that look like a. I'm not sure if it's one of those. What are those things called? What are those green things called that like sit on branches? For some reason, I can't think of the name of them right now. So this is like a mix between a horse and,
Oh, like a praying mantis?
yeah, it's like a horse and a praying mantis is what this thing is. It's so weird right here.
Arceus?
Arceus,
Is that how it's pronounced?
Arceus.
What is it?
I don't know. It's a horse praying mantis.
With a chastity something on. That is weird.
It's weird, but anyways, this is one of them that's going to be like popping up in the whole like SDCCC world right now, and there's some like cool stuff like hanging out there with the different things that you can go pre-order right now. You know, Entertainment Earth always has a lot of pre-orders that are coming up. And you get to see like some cool stuff if you just kind of go over there and check that out. I'll pull that up real quick. Not that I'm going to pre-order anything because it takes forever to get it when you do pre-order it from like Entertainment Earth, but it's a cool like chance to like
they are
see.
slow.
Say what?
I said they are slow.
They take forever to like get you your stuff. It's really wild. But I mean, you're guaranteed you're gonna get it, right? So there's like the upside to it. Is if I do order it from them, I know that I'm going to get it, right? I mean, it's just known. I think I'm gonna do this a different way first. So let me remove this one. Let me pull up the hot stuff for geeks, just because there's like some cool stuff on there that you're not necessarily gonna see on Entertainment Earth, and then it's gonna kind of rehash some things as well. So you have the Groot right there. So we already talked about the Groot that's gonna be coming up here soon.
Mhm.
You have Wally. They're gonna be bringing out the
vault.
unvaulted, the vaulted unvaulted Wally.
I just can't do that. I think the vault things. I mean, they're creative, and I'll give it. And a lot of people like that to get that opportunity. But I mean, I don't know. To me, they're
I
just.
had to do it with the Joker. You were never going to get that Joker any other way. It was simply never going to happen. So it was one of those where it was worth it to me to get him just so that I could have that Joker.
So Simon said that thing is a magical, mythical Pokemon, whatever that means.
I imagine it's magical. You got some
Magical as Red Rocket Batman.
more Jurassic Parks coming out. Jurassic Park stuff's coming out. This one is one of them that I'm definitely gonna have to get my hands on. Puss in Boots, all the way on the right, far right. Puss in Boots.
That's correct.
Yes, so that is really cool. I think that one is absolutely fire. They're going to be coming out with that one. You're going to see a lot of that stuff coming out now. We already talked about Slash.
That slash it looks pretty cool.
That Slash is crazy cool. We're not going to worry about anything Kansas City unless you like want to be a Taylor Swiftie. Unless you're one of those Swifties.
I hear enough of it. My daughter's a huge Swiftie.
So you got the Tupac. They're coming out with a new Tupac. We got the
Megadeth.
Megadeth donkey coming out.
Cool. That donkey's cool too.
Flying talking donkeys, what that is. That is a
glitter donkey.
Flying talking donkey is what that is. That is a glitter series flying talking donkey. What is that around him?
I don't know. That's what I was trying to see.
Is he like got a haze around him? Did he pass gas? What is that got going on?
I'm not up on my Shrek as much. The
I
new Mandalorian guard was kind of cool though.
I think he passed gas or something.
Could be.
That's what I think's going on there. I'm not
I think
like
he changed it. I think he was transformed into something in one of them. I can't remember, and maybe this is like supposedly that scene of that.
New Mandalorian guard's pretty hot. We talked about that Batman. However, we did not see that they had the Pink Panther on there. Cool. They got Mr. Mackey, the Pink Panther, the battle damage Wolverine. We talked about that one.
I'm gonna buy one of those helmets at Galaxy's Edge and wear that during a live one day.
Well, I could put my Darth Vader helmet on. I mean,
I want to put that we can. Yeah, you could buy them easily at Galaxy's Edge.
You can get them at GameStop normally on discount.
The helmet,
if you'll just like stalk your local GameStop. They get them
Wait,
in.
hold on. Quick draw. Go back to that. I thought that was Megadeth.
I don't know. I thought it was. I didn't click on it though.
Apparently, it wasn't. It was a beer company called Voodoo Ranger.
Oh, it's what it is too. It's a what? A beer company is
Beer
going to
company?
have a pop. A beer company is the Voodoo Ranger Juice Force.
Did
Oh
they seriously rip
my
off Megadeth?
God. So they have a beer company that is going to have a Funko Pop. Next, we're gonna get like the Budweiser
The
frogs.
frogs?
Yeah, we're gonna get the Budweiser frogs next. Oh no, what is going on? So that's what this is. This is an iconic paying homage to the brand. Its mascot, traditional icon. The Voodoo Ranger represents the New Belgium Brewing
Their
IPA
second pop,
brand.
Quick Draw?
Say what?
Apparently, this is their second pop.
At Quick Draw was quick on that one.
Oh.
It's quick on that one. He called
I
that one
never,
right away. You said Megadeth. I disagree because that's what it looked like.
that to me, that looked like Eddie. It looked like because they had an image of Eddie flying a plane like that. That's exactly what I thought it was.
See, so they even got like a should you buy this for like investment. So they have a smart buy category that it says basically the Voodoo Rangers of Funko Pop holds promising potential. The limited edition collectible resonates with significant subculture like craft beer lovers and often is appreciated in value over time. The craft beer continues to grow in popularity. Funko Pop could be sought after item. It will never, ever, 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 just in case you didn't understand this, I'm going to say it again, ever be worth more than $40. It will never be worth more than $30. They have lost their mind. Huh?
So does that fall under the category of icon pop?
I think that it does fall under like an ad icon, but that is simply never going to go up in price. It is never. Nobody on this planet that drinks beer ever said a day in their life, I really have to have those Budweiser frogs. I don't know how I would live without those Budweiser frogs. Not a singular beer drinker on this planet gives two shits about the icon behind the beer. It's just something to catch your attention. I can't even believe they said that. Can't even believe they let that come out of their mouth, but they did. Absolutely insane. But it's cool. It's still cool. It's still not going up in price though. Not happening, guys. Don't buy it if you think it's an investment.
I mean, you can buy it if you think it's cool, I guess.
No, yeah, buy it if you think it's cool, not if you think it's an investment. It is not going to be that for you.
It's not even a main. I didn't even know about it, so it can't be. I mean, and not to say that I know everything mainstream, but it's not even a mainstream. Top five friggin' beer companies out there.
No, it's not even like when they're still a small brewery. They're still not a massive brewery. I mean, that's kind of like zombie dust. Next thing you know, they're gonna have a zombie dust like Funko Pop, guys. We're gonna see a zombie dust one coming soon. Y'all watch what I tell y'all.
Are we gonna have just like a beer mug and a Funko
Why
Pop
not?
at some
Why
point?
not? That's what we're gonna have, a beer mug for a Funko Pop. It'll be Miller Lite. We're gonna have what's his name? What's that kid's name? The Budweiser kid. Um, what's his name?
I don't remember.
Mohaney. What is his name? What is his name? What's
I
the
don't
Budweiser kid? We're gonna have one of those pops coming up here soon. Mine as well. Have him representing Budweiser on a Funko Pop. We'll get us Miller. Which one did Bush? We'll get us a Bush. It'll just be like the river.
know. Koba asked us, with SDC around the corner, what would you like to see Funko bring to the con? I don't even think that'll be a fun day, to be honest with you. I think it needs just to come back to the old school SDCC days and go from there. But I mean, definitely it's got to be. I would say it has to be SDC-esque type thing. But unfortunately, we won't get that. We'll probably get some sort of product dump.
What would I like to see them bring? That's a really good one. I think right now that they need to start like studying on bringing more limited runs back if they're gonna like start getting the hype back into Funko. So they could bring in just about anything limited and get my attention, but maybe come in with some more Simpsons. I think that maybe it's time to come in with some Fire Simpsons. I haven't seen any like Fire Simpsons. I want to go all the way back to the 2-pack that you could get in SDCC in 2019. You could get the Con and Kang, or Kang and Con, the aliens from the Simpsons, Treehouse of Horrors. I don't think they've come out with like really anything fire since then in the Treehouse of Horrors, especially in a San Diego con. So maybe they should like do those guys again. That would be a good one to do again. We haven't seen that in a while, but they have to totally redo it. They can't, they can't leave it the same. I would definitely like to see something fire come from DC, even though I think we're getting that Batman. I am 99% sure that that's going to be the fire hit for DC. Even though it's not totally bad, it's not like totally good. Um, I think they should come back out with a chase. They haven't done a chase in a convention in a long time, too.
Even then, Chase in
Sure, they
years.
did. Oh, yeah, sure they did. What was it, 2019 or 2020? They threw a chase in there that they
Oh
had
yeah, I agree. No, but
really
I
long
mean,
time.
in recent years, they haven't really done chases at all.
Yeah, so they should come back out with a chase that's a convention series. That would blow like some markets nut that we haven't seen in a while. That would throw some numbers up there. That would be really cool. We're gonna see the Freddies. It's always what's gonna happen. Those Freddy boxes are always a blast to get your hands on. So if you haven't had a chance to get you one of those, just get one. They're fun. If you do nothing but get it and then just resell it after you've opened it, I mean, just for the enjoyment of it, they're a lot of fun to just open. Um, we definitely need to see some more fire Star Wars stuff. We haven't seen anything fire come out of
Yeah,
Star Wars in a
limited.
while. I mean, so if they could come out with something fire, like maybe they should do Boba Fett's ride. Maybe they should do that one. What is Boba Fett's ride called? Slave One is what I think
Yeah,
it
I think
is.
it's Slave
Yeah.
One or something like
So
that.
they should come out with Boba Fett's ride. That would blow like some numbers away again because we haven't seen a really cool ride. I'm gonna argue since the Easy E ride in the '64 Impala, we haven't seen a really well. Maybe the Ghostbusters ride could go up in there as well because that one was super fire too.
Echo One, yeah.
But we haven't seen anything really fire come from like Slave One. I thought that's what it was. We should see like that would be
Oh, I guess
really epic. They've
we
already
need
done
some.
the
We need
know
some
that.
new ad icons. I think.
I think ad icons are kind of dead right now. They died off when they ran them into the ground.
Oh, they did,
Yeah.
but I think they need to find some new versions, or like
Mm.
even like a discontinued ad icon. Of items that have been discontinued or even gone at this point.
Mama J was popping. How are you doing? So there's lots of really cool things I would like to see them like come in with. But first, most and foremost, I'd like to just see them come out with limited runs. Just do your limited numbers again. If you want to like bring us collectors back, give us something really fire with a limited number, and that's all we want. We want something that's really cool that has a limited number attached to it, and that's it. I mean, it's that simple.
And Koba, absolutely not.
No, no,
Funko
no, no, no.
has the inability to learn.
No. They Chris is 100% right on this. And I was kind of saving this for the end of it. So for Funko has finished their first quarter now, and their earnings are out there because they decided that they needed to go public, and going public is just what happens when you go public. Then suddenly like everything that you do is out in the open. So I'm just going to briefly touch on this because I didn't want to touch on it at the beginning because I don't want everybody to think that I hate Funko because I don't in fact hate Funko at any means. I see that they've been in a steady decline for a really long time, and they kind of can't pull themselves out of it, right? It's like they've gotten into that like death fall and they can't pull back out, and they're continuing down it. Now they have a new CEO that they hired, which is she used to run part of Hasbro. I don't know what part of Hasbro, but apparently she was fairly successful over there. So she has stepped in and she has taken over the CEO of Funko. I can't think of her name right offhand. You can go look it up. She just took the job. They just took a loss for their first quarter, which was $27 million loss on their first quarter, which surprised me when I'm reading this article because Funko states that this wasn't as big as they thought it was going to be. Um, a Any loss is too much. So if you had a loss of 27 million, to say that, well, we really expected it to be worse. I don't know what to think about a company like that says, but it's not as bad. It's bad, but it's not as bad. It could have been real bad. So I just don't know what I think about them right now and what they have going on. They took a to me, that's a pretty big loss. I'm hoping that this new CEO coming in will somehow get them back to the roots that got them to the point that all of us loved so much back in the 2019, the 2020. When I say that those were the golden years for Funko, I still believe there's a lot of people that would argue the same. Those were the golden years for Funko. Like those were the hottest years, other than like maybe some of their original stuff. But even then, they weren't hot. People didn't start falling in love with Funko until maybe 2010, and they had already been out for quite a while. Well, maybe I'm off in my numbers, but it wasn't until they were out for quite a while that people really started noticing Funko. And so they 2019 to 2020 to me were the golden years where people were flipping, people were making money flipping, people were collecting at crazy numbers. It was a great 2 years for Funko, and they have to find that again. They have to get back to that spot. And that was also, listen to me, that was pre going public. That was pre-public. As soon as they went public and public trading, it totally destroyed Funko and the way Funko behaved. And suddenly it wasn't about the collector anymore and getting the collectors the really cool stuff at the limited pieces and letting the collectors maybe make some money off of it too. It became Funko being very greedy, overproducing things, making things too expensive. And then they just kind of kept that cycle going until it's gotten them into the position they are right now. I still think that they can get out of it, but I think that they're in a crazy position when you say that 27 million wasn't as bad as we thought. Oh, what do you mean? Like 27 million's no like bat of the eye. It's not like but it's not as bad. Say what?
Why not?
I mean, but that was their remarks. We really expected it to be worse. Well, I don't. If you expected it to be worse, that's pretty tough. But I still think they'll get out of it. I really do, Koba. And I wouldn't let anybody discourage you from collecting Funko because
you do what you want.
because the company's in a weird position. They've been in a weird position now for years. For years, people have said they're going out of business. I still, to this day, don't believe that they'll ever go out of business. I do believe that they will sell at some point to someone else who will then take over Funko and will probably have a lot more success at it than Funko did. And I think that should be the what we all would like to see, is that somebody will eventually swoop in. Maybe the CEO is the person, right? Maybe this is the one that drives Funko to the next stage. But
maybe they'll actually fire Funmaker Mike.
I doubt it. They use Funmaker Mike as a face. Like he's a face, right? And he's also the original founder, and he's also probably got crazy amounts of stock in it. So he's probably got like a lot of like say in what happens, regardless what people think. I mean, he's probably got a big stake in what happens in Funko. So there's still some cool stuff that we'll see happen with Funko. It's not going to happen immediately. We know that they've been having troubles now forever. They've been firing people. They've hired people. They've fired people. They've hired people. We don't see that. I don't see that changing anytime soon.
Well, you know what I think it is? I think it's that time of night. I think it's TikTok keyword.
He is what? Say what?
I think it's TikTok keyword night.
Is
irritating. Yes, he is very irritating. I can't.
TikTok keyboard. Oh, probably. Yeah, I mean, Funmaker Mike is different beast for sure. Yeah, he is. He's different. Just hire Tristan. I don't think that's a good idea either.
I don't think so. Tristan's becoming a little creepy.
I like Tristan. I've always have. I've always enjoyed his content, and not necessarily like enjoyed it to the point that I would watch it, because I'm far older than Tristan. So I could enjoy his content for what he makes, right? He makes his content, and I can enjoy the fact that he enjoys making his content. But I don't think that this is a sustainable path for him either. I think that he'll become Fun Maker Mike if he's not careful. I mean, that's just my opinion now. Don't hate me on that. But if he's not careful, he'll become Fun Maker Mike.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, and maybe that's what he wants to do. I mean, maybe we're looking at that wrong, right? Maybe Fun Maker Mike is I don't know. I think that he's going to have to at some point start looking for a way to pivot, and not necessarily away from Funko, but a way to pivot in a different direction so that he doesn't become Fun Maker Mike.
Yes, we've been saying that for a long time, John. If they went back to vaulted, then that's completely true. We've been saying that for a long time, but
facts. The problem is they don't.
No.
And even when they vault it, they unvault it, and that so it's the and then when they vault it here, they still sell it overseas. So that's always been their problem.
Yeah.
Always been their problem. What do you got going on next week? Anything?
No, not at all. I got nothing.
What do you mean no, man? You're gonna have to tighten up, man.
I'm boring.
What do you mean
boring.
no?
I'm boring.
You're like, hey, nothing. I have nothing going on next week. Not a thing.
No. But do you guys want to do TikTok keyword that we came up with last week?
Throw it out there. What's the TikTok keyword?
All right, well, we need to know what we need a keyword here from you guys. We can't this is where we stick a keyword into the TikTok search and see what the hell it comes up with.
Yeah, so what is the TikTok keyword? Do you have it pulled up right now?
I have TikTok pulled up.
What is the TikTok keyword to pull up on the last few minutes of the show, guys? What do we want to see? What are we
searching?
What is the keyword? I think last week it was something silly
there's something with a lot lightning. Something
it came up a lot different than I thought it was going to. I mean, poor kid got hit by lightning 3 times in a row. Oh, yeah. 3 times in a row. This kid got nailed by lightning, guys. So what do we want to like?
Throw out some keywords that we can stick into TikTok.
What is the keyword to punch in there, guys? We need your help on this one.
Sunspots.
All right, that's different. I have a feeling that something strange is going to happen when you put in sunspots. It'd probably be about like putting in manhole, not a thing that you should ever put in any search bar, by the way.
No,
you never put that in a search bar. It's a terrible, terrible thing. Cheese block race.
We got sunspots.
Now we're getting there.
Block race. Creepy Mike. No, I'm pretty sure we might get something quite interesting with that.
Sure, we'd get a lot with that one.
Let's go cheese. I'd be interested with cheese block race.
Yeah, I'm with you. Let's look up the cheese wheel. Let's see what the cheese block is. I think I've seen this before, though. I think I've seen this one before.
Oh, they're literally what?
Oh, no.
They're chasing a block of cheese.
Down a hill. Down a steep hill.
Chris Anderson's the first to the bottom.
Yeah.
That's what the rugby players are there for.
They use rugby players to stop them.
His 5th cheese in 6 years.
No.
This is
Flip on another one. Flip on another one. Hold on. All right, so after this, let's look at a couple of these, and then Chase is right. We got to look up Florida Man. Just Florida Man one more time.
All right.
Human fallout guy. I mean, what's wrong with these people? What is wrong with these people?
Race here.
All right.
Do you know what's going on here?
What's wrong with
It's a historic cheese rolling race in the United Kingdom.
What is it, UK?
The participants run down a steep 180-meter hill, chasing a wheel of cheese.
These people have to get hurt.
Which can reach speeds of over 110 kilometers per hour.
Yeah, these people have to get hurt. There's no chance that they don't get hurt.
Here's a keyword.
A little promotion they do here in Milwaukee.
Wait, did he just fall?
Yeah.
A little promotion they do in Milwaukee.
You got beat by a dude in a
cheese,
cheese
where
outfit.
a guy, as you can see, clearly dressed up as a slice of Wisconsin cheddar.
Wow, you suck.
All right, look up Florida Man.
Florida
what do we got?
Florida Man,
Florida Man, then we'll call it.
What?
Police are on the hunt for a Florida man who was caught on camera stealing a 50-pound tarpon from a Bass Pro Shop. In a video shared by a witness, the suspect is seen carrying the writhing silver fish in a fishing net he had earlier taken from a shelf in the store, smiling at cameras as he made a swift getaway. Deputies with the Lee County Sheriff's Office said the suspect had a woman and another man with him who took video of the theft with a GoPro.
Wait, who the hell just lets this dude walk out with a giant fish?
Just grabbed him a giant fish and walked out with him. Just got me a fish, guys. Just got me a fish.
Florida man knows Florida man.
Whether someone is a real Floridian or not. Number one, if their main concern is alligators when they get to Florida, chances are they're not a real Floridian, because real Floridians know that alligators don't bother you unless you bother them. Number two, if there's a tropical storm or a Category 1 announced and you see them out buying all the gas and the water, them not Floridians, because real Floridians know that that's business as usual. Three is the most important. If you are on the interstate and they're in the left lane doing the speed limit, those are not Floridians, because Floridians know that that lane is for illegal speeds only, and that's on Florida. Hey, listen,
Florida man knows Florida man.
Florida math, she said. So Simon over there says dinner. Got dinner. What are you doing? Walking out with dinner?
Yeah, I mean, how do you just walk out with a giant fish like that and not say anything?
Did somehow. He just like grabbed it, scooped it up, walked out with it. One more of them, then we get
we got to leave on a guy screwing with an alligator.
They were scared to freaking death about this alligator.
This is a Florida man. This is it right here. Go play
Called
with
me
it.
out here to
Get
catch
bit.
this thing.
Yep, get bit. Got him. That's what I said.
Really?
It's freaking
Got
fake.
him.
Come on, man. They were scared to.
I'd have said, got him. Got him, guys. Then I'd have charged them for it.
Oh, wait, hold on. We got to do one more. Florida man versus iguana.
One more.
Oh, shit.
What was it?
Florida man versus iguana.
Holy fuck. Holy shit. Golly. That was no joke. Golly. Fuck, having that next to me. Holy shit.
Damn. Those little bastards are quick, too.
Oh, shit. Oh, he did get him.
Damn.
Don't do drugs, kids. Don't do drugs.
Don't go do drugs and, come to Florida and play with our iguanas.
Don't do drugs, guys. So anyways, go check me out Friday. I got my video coming up. It'll be about the new kicks I got. Go check that out. We appreciate you guys.
And I agree with you, Chase. Yes, that guy that the Florida talked about, Florida rules, it's OG Smithwicks, and he is friggin' hilarious. But yes.
Yes. See y'all next week, guys, on Chris's channel.
Later.
Have a good one, guys.
You guys are gonna have to put this in the description. I'm gonna leave this show tonight a little worse off, I think, quite honestly, than where we began. Everybody is watching this and watching this on the replay. You are now dumber and less important in life because of what has transpired here this evening. We apologize for what's going on right now. I'm gonna try to pretend like none of this happened.